Hello and welcome back. I'm Mondef, of course, and I realized that I have never shown you guys my new 1.8 skin. I've been running around in it. This is my skin. Let's get up against the wall so you guys can get a little closer here. I'm a creeper to start off with, and I wear a mask so that people think I'm a Steve and not a creeper. And because creepers don't have arms, I of course have my peg arms, and now my shirt is now its own separate layer, and so is the mask. The mask always was, but the shirt's now its own layer, so you can kind of see back behind. You can see the actual skin of the creeper, and I can take all of these things off with the new clothing off feature, and I can run around naked. And you can see I'm actually quite a little happy creeper. But there you go. See a creeper with peg arms. Yeah. If we could do custom models, I'd look even more like a creeper, but we can't. So I look like this. Yeah. But I like it with my clothing on. So we'll go back and we'll turn on all of my clothes. I always turn my cape on and off too, even though I don't have a cape. But there you go. Yeah. And I realized that if you wear a normal leather cap, it makes it even look a little bit kind of creepier because it's the same color as the Steve skin mask. So it looks like I have a whole Steve skin head mask here. Anyway, I'm just wearing armor that I find like laying around the place because I haven't actually made myself any diamond armor yet. So that's where I'm at. I'm back at spawn, as you can tell. I'm back in the post office, and Slush apparently got forgotten. Oops. But yeah, so Slush came and made his own chest, so there he goes. He's got his own. And I don't have any mail, which is too bad. I think one of the problems with mail is the fact that there is no way for people to write messages. They'd have to go get a book and quill, write a message, and come back and drop it off. And that's a problem. As a post office, we should have post office supplies. Well, that's gotta go. Yeah, that's gotta become cobblestone or something. At least not. Better. Sorry, this is bothering me. We're gonna do a little bit of cleaning up, and then I do want to set up an upstairs for the post office here. Stairs? No stairs. Cobblestone stairs. Let's just get a few of these guys. That was plenty. It's like, yeah, I need 3, and let's make 40. Why not? Sure. There we go. Better. Yeah, this side too. It's got a little bit of a problem. I made a staircase. I did that between last time and this time. So that's good, right? Staircase. It makes it easier to get up into the, I keep on almost calling it a library, post office, and get back down. So that's good. I need to make one on this other side as well, and probably cut down these trees, make it a little easier to walk around to here, and then a staircase up into there, and maybe even a staircase down into the park. And we need to fix up the park a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to do the park today. I don't think we'll do the park today. So I went out hunting squids a little bit. I got 23 insects. It's not a lot, but there's this river here, and then it wraps around, it goes around, and it ends up at Slush's place, and then just dead ends. So I walked all the way down it, killed all of them, walked all the way back. I really wish I had looting for this, but I don't. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do about squid, because there's too much water here to make a squid farm. So, and I really don't have, control over, filling in all the water or removing it all. That would probably not go over too well with the rest of the players here on the server. But maybe we can do that back at our house. I'm joking on my words a little bit today. We'll go back to our house. Our base out in the forest. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's not on the top of my to-do list. I can just kill squids for the time being. But I do need a little bit of space in the post office for kind of my own stuff, my own work, so that I won't be disturbed if I'm, making book and quills or counting all the money that I'm making from selling books and quills. So, and we needed an upstairs because the top of this thing is really ugly when you look down on it from the top of the mountain. So I think we want to add a second floor. So we'll get up on the roof a little bit and we'll see. I kind of have marked out a a little bit of space. I think I can get onto the roof from here. Yeah. Oh, my marking is gone. Did I do that? No. Kyle M88's secret melon stash. Okay. My markings are gone. I might have done that. I don't know. We'll have to remark, I guess. Yep. So, I want to add the second floor up there. Let's grab some cobble. Do I have some netherrack to mark with? No, but I'll take the stone bricks, sandstone. Get rid of that for now. I'm going to clean up my inventory, and I'll get up to the top there, and we can keep on working from there. Alright, I'm up on the roof now, and I went ahead and marked the corners of the building. So the building runs right underneath here and right underneath there. There's more lip on this side because the pillar is holding up this extra framing. This is just hanging off the side of the building. Cobby logged in. Cobby Stars. Yelling hello to everybody. So I don't want to create the same shape up here as I have down there. The reason for that is if I were to repeat that, I'd end up with a very similar roof, and it would look exactly the same, which is horrible. At least from top. It looks great from the bottom, but from on top, it looks bad. So I need to create a different geometry to add to the look, and not just make the look taller. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is make a circle, and this is the corner point where underneath the building. This is right on the corner edge position, so I think something, no, maybe a little further out, and then maybe like there. Kind of trying to create relatively evenly spaced. In a circle in Minecraft, it's never really even, but relatively evenly spaced pillar points. So what did I do there? Went 3 out, 1, 2, 3 there, and then I skipped a line and went 3 out probably to there. So is there 2 between there? Let's find out. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, and then back 1. That looks pretty well spread out. Looks kind of like a circle. Definitely gonna need to go get myself some more stone bricks. I didn't really plan that far ahead. Let's see, it's right there. Yeah, that looks right. That looks pretty good. I'm just looking at spacing right now. Don't worry, we'll sink these into the roof there in a second. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and need to make a whole bunch more stone bricks, because these pillars will be stone bricks to kind of imitate what we've got down there. But instead of being, instead of being like a cross shape or a plus symbol, it's just going to be one kind of noodly pillar point. And then behind that, we're going to inlay a nice sandstone building. So we'll go with sandstone like this, like that. Let's see, is this the... would be the diagonal tangential point of the circle. If you don't know what that means, it just means on the 45. That's the point of the circle. And then 2, just so I'm clear and making sense to people, hopefully. And like that, maybe. Let's try it the other direction. We got 2, and then 2, and then 1, and then 1. So this will sink into the wall. We'll probably actually dig this away so you can see the whole geometry of the front of the building. 1, and then 2, and then 4 across there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm just kind of sketching the circles as opposed to looking them up. When you're drawing small circles like this, if you haven't done it a ton, looking them up can help. If you've done them a few times or more than a few times, you can just kind of start to sketch them by eyeball, and you kind of know. You can just kind of get to know when they're pretty close enough to write that it doesn't matter. One circle gen will put the block one that way, and the other circle gen will put it 1 block that way, because it just depends on the algorithm used to actually draw the circle. So if you get it kind of close enough, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, about it. Like I said, if you're not comfortable drawing circles, just look them up. When I started playing Minecraft, this is a pretty funny story actually, while I finish up putting down this circle. You know, I saw time lapses, and I saw, you know, people, you know, building on YouTube, and I was like, how do these people build circles like this? And I thought they just always eyeballed it. And then I was like, how do you, like, do they memorize all of these, like, things? And, like, you know, I thought maybe they eyeballed it. I thought maybe they memorized them. Yeah, come to find out, in most cases, people are just looking them up on circle generator programs. Yeah, silly me to think that people were actually, like, memorizing all the circles. But, so you don't feel like you need to memorize the circles or the shapes or whatever. It doesn't really matter. You can look them up online. Minecraft circle generators. Psh, done. There are a few really good tools that are out there. And a few not so great tools, but tools that work. And you can even just get an image, if you like doing it that way, that has a whole bunch of circles. Like anything below like radius 3 doesn't really look like anything. But from radius 3 up through like 80, you can get all on one image. I use a circle generator program. It's a weblit, which is pretty good. But I only use those. It only generates odd circles, and this is an even building. So for this case, it wouldn't even work for me, which kind of sucks. But you know, whatever. Dirt. I don't know. I want something natural-ish looking. Probably should get smooth stone. That's probably, well, yeah, that's probably fine. It looks like a pretty good circle back in there. I'm going to go ahead and smelt a whole bunch of stone brick. And I will be right back once I am ready to move on. That's darkness up there. That's danger. I saw a skeleton earlier, and I guess that's probably where he came from. But we're going to run around. Hello, pillar that doesn't touch the floor. How are you today? What happened to you? Alright. Somebody stealing stone bricks from my build? Or a creeper went off, maybe? I'm gonna go with the creeper. I guess. I don't know. I went ahead and raised up the pillars quite a bit. I want to get an idea of what we're like for structure and design, so we're taking a step back to kind of get an idea. Maybe they need to go taller, maybe they don't. Let's take a look at them from over here by the bridge. Always good to step back every now and then, take a look at your build as it goes up. Otherwise, like, you get all the way done and you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Then you step back 10 blocks and you're like, ugh. Right, so it looks horrible. I know I do. Yeah, the pillars look good. They look nice and evenly spaced. They look rounded, which is great. The sandstone isn't quite tall enough to be very visible from here, but that's alright. The other thing that we want to check, of course we're adding this so that from the top the roof isn't so boring to look at, so the question is whether you actually can see. This tucks pretty close up against the mountain, so can you actually even see this from up here? Or am I just spinning my wheels and getting nowhere as far as fixing the problem? Oh no, you can see it. That's fine. Yeah, it breaks up. The problem was it was just so much. It just went as far as the eye could see. Now it's going to break up, and don't worry, this is going to overlap a little bit with a lip on the roof, so that's looking really good. That's going the direction we want it to go, which is fantabulous. Let's get back over here. I'm going to take down this dirt. I was using this to get up on top of the pillars. That's all that is. I did dig out the inside, and we ran into one little problem. Gotcha. Oh, potato, sweet. This overlaps with this empty room. I know we haven't done anything with this empty room yet, but we will be doing stuff with this empty room. and this cannot be here. This will get in the way. In some regards, though, it could actually be kind of cool because this will be kind of MySpace. It is. It's not Facebook. No, it's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to come up here. So I think it's okay if maybe we put like a glass wall here so that I can, look down and check on the workings and maintain them and make sure that we're all good to go in that regard. This will get dug out. I just am using it kind of. It was already here, so it's pre-existing scaffolding. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and raise up not there. That's not right at all. There we go. Raise up the sandstone until we get it up to the same level that we have the stone brick to. And I will see you once I'm at that point. Alright, that's all the sandstone is now up to the same level as the pillars, which the roof will mount onto. But it's kind of looking pretty pasty. It's very one block. Well, I mean, it's 2 blocks, right? But the sandstone specifically is looking very blocky. Is there a better word than that? I don't think so. So we're going to break up, try to find some places to put windows. Yeah, there we go. I'm having the hard time speaking today. Goodness. Hope you guys don't mind that too much. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Diagonal windows. Why do you hate me? Something like... Is that going to look terrible? That looks terrible. What if we mounted them to the inside? Just jump inside here. I'm just wondering if we did like this. If that is going to look horrible. Looks pretty bad. Okay, that's a no-go. I didn't bring my silk touch out here, so goodbye, glass. I didn't like you anyway. I'm just kidding. I liked you a lot. Goodbye. Okay. How about a texture change? That might do the trick for the corner here. Maybe smooth sandstone there. Yeah, that breaks that up a little bit. We could even add a window right here. Kind of. Yeah, only kind of. Again, would it look horrible if it mounted to the inside? Ooh, I'm inside glass. Nice. That one's not so bad. That one looks like a curved window. That's fine. That one I like, so we'll do that one. Like there, and then we'll jump and get that. Is this one 3 tall? Yeah, that one's 3 tall as well. Perfect. And then the very corner, this guy right here, will be smooth. So that works pretty well. You always want to break up the textures. I talked about this last time I worked on this project. If you have more than 2 of the same block right next to each other, it's probably bad. This isn't flat. You either need geometry or you need textures to break up every couple of blocks at least. 3 in a row of the same texture with no geometry change starts to look kind of derpy. There's really no other way to explain that. I think it's why, personally, I think it's why a lot of people like to build in odds, because you get that rule of 3, and then you can just go ahead and... Jeez, where are you now? They keep on jumping me from up there. I don't know where this guy's at. Anyway, I think it's why people like building in odd. Yeah, I really do. You get the rule of 3s, and then you just place 3 blocks and then change it, and place 3 blocks and then change it. And it makes it easier to work with. When you work in odds, it kind of creates some odd situations because you're not working in 3s already. And if you put 4 blocks next to each other, it can start to look dumb. So, yeah. I need a way out of here. That's going to be my way in and out for the time being. Eventually we'll add stairs, but we're just building the shell for this today. I'm not going to have time to put anything up here, or probably even put the stairs up here. That will come later. Yeah, later. So that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a step back and take a look at it from a couple different angles. From the middle of the bridge, that's looking pretty cool. Yep. From Melly's modern house, that looks pretty nice, if I do say so myself. And from the hill across the park, that looks pretty good as well. I want to check one more angle before we snap a roof on it. Snap, like it's Legos. Yeah. Yeah, it's not Legos. It's Minecraft. It's Legos for adults. And kids still, yeah. Teenagers and adults, yeah. I don't know. Young kids play this too, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's Legos. Let's just admit it. It's Legos. We want to look at it from up here. We're going to go ahead and go up the elevator since it's faster. Ouch. When it works, it's faster. Come on. Go, 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 go. Yes, no. Oh, and it killed me. Suck. I was able to recover all my stuff and lost a few levels there. Yeah, I lost a few levels, but I did get all my things back. At least everything I care about. My sword, my bow, my 2 picks, and my shovel and my axe. So all good there. And from up here, that looks pretty good. We're going to have to make sure it overlaps the pillars a little bit, and that the roof is not the same smooth stone slabs as the other roof. If we were to use the same stone slabs, it would just blend in, and you wouldn't be able to tell that. You might have a little bit of geometry change, but it wouldn't really stand out all that much. So we need to use a different material, and I'm not all that sure what I want to use. What do I have on hand? Here, I've got a helmet. Chain helmet, that's good. We've got some wood on hand, cobblestone. We could try cobblestone. I don't know that that is necessarily the best choice. We could, of course, use stone brick. We've got plenty of stone. And we've got more wood. Spruce might. No, I don't know. We can try spruce. Let's try spruce with cobblestone. Why not? Let's make some stairs. I'm going to make I don't want to call it a dome, because it's not really going to be a dome. But not a square roof, and not a triangular roof like that other one. Can I make it? Nope, hit my head. Darn. We're going to go ahead and try to make this roundish. That's as close a term as I think we can use here in Minecraft is ish, roundish. Right, it's not really going to be round, but we'll go out 2, and then I want to make a lip out of this cobblestone, and then we'll try the spruce as the filler for the rest of the space here. I can tell already this is going to be tedious. I'm going to go ahead and place a whole bunch of stairs, and I'll come back once I've made a little bit of progress, so you guys don't have to watch me tediously placing a whole bunch of stairs. Alright, so I finished doing that, cobble and the spruce wood. I didn't take down some of my scaffolding, so it's easy to get up there. And I can't say I love it. I don't hate it. It's not bad, but it's not great, you know? It's not where, like, I'm not to the point where I'm with the build and I'm like looking at that roof and I'm like, yeah, that's what was supposed to be there. Nope. I'm more like, there's probably something better, but I'm going to go ahead and go with it today. I don't know. It's not, like I said, it's not bad. I'm not upset with it. I'm not embarrassed people seeing this, so it's all good and okay. It is dark, which is fine by me, in fact. I don't mind it blending into the mountain, in the dark lip of that mountain. The whole thing is stairs and slabs, so there will be no spawning up there, which was intentional. There was places where I could use blocks, but I decided instead to sacrifice a little bit of geometry and just go ahead and go with letting them be slabs and stairs. I think what I want to do is go ahead and enclose this inside all the way to there, all the way to the sandstone, with the smooth stone slabs. This will, from the underside, you'll be able to see it from down here. You'll look up and you'll see the slabs, and it will provide a tie-in with this roof. And then from the top, you won't be able to see them, which will provide a breakup from this roof. It'll break it up. So that's good. I should have some more stone down here that I didn't use to make. I don't think that's going to be enough, so we'll make some more. You can never make too much stone. You really can't. You know, I was deciding. I want you guys' input. If you haven't heard, repairing in 1.8, which we're in the 1.8 snapshots, is really cheap. Well, where's that coming from? I don't know. Here's somebody shooting at us. Anyway, repairing is really cheap, and that is definitely true. Oh, I didn't actually make them into slabs. But it does add up over time, the same way it used to. So it can get expensive. My question is it worth not carrying a regular digger's pick and just carrying a silk touch pick for the inventory space? Because you can't get more inventory space anyway. There's no way to do that. It's all, the only way to get more inventory space is to use a chest. That is the only way. So is it worth using a silk touch pick instead of like an efficiency unbreaking pick? What do you guys do? Do you use silk touch as your normal digging picks, or do you carry around a digging pick and a silk touch pick? I'm looking for input because I'm not really sure what the best way. With the new repair system, I almost feel like it's not worth carrying around a regular digging pick. Just carry around silk touch. You very rarely actually need cobble, and when you do, you typically have a ton of it anyway, so it wouldn't be a big loss if I were to, mine, for example, with silk touch, because I just end up with more stone, which will let me get easier stone brick and easier slabs. And you have to carry around a separate fortune pick anyway, because you can't get fortune and silk touch, right? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, let me know in the comments. I like hearing from you guys. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll be right back. And there we go. We got all the underblocks placed. It really makes the difference, even from a distance, to have that space filled in. Let's get down from an angle looking up at it. You can see how it ties it together. I'm definitely not going to keep the spruce top there. I'm probably going to go with something lighter. Might even go more with a dome rather than just kind of a slanted cone. So yeah, that will need work sometime in the future, but I'm about out of time for today. As long as I'm at spawn, and I may not be here for a little while, again, as we go back to our base and work on that, I wanted to take a look around here, show you some places you may not have seen. This is Kyle's place. This is Kyle M88. I do not know what that is. Okay. Here's the path that goes to walking around his house. Okay, cool. His house is really nice. I saw it in his videos. He does record on occasion. He's a college student, so he gets episodes out when he can. And it's really nice. He's got some really nice things going on. This is probably my favorite piece. Oh, it didn't. There we go. There we go. He's got a melon dropper in there. Kyle's a little bit obsessed with melons. Just a little bit. His upstairs just has his bed in it. And then there's a basement as well. Oh, work in progress basement. But yeah, it's really coming along. I do like it a lot. He's put a lot of work into that, and I think it looks pretty cool. Very kind of new. I don't know architecture terms, so I know it's not a modern house, but it looks like a house that you would see today-ish. So there's probably a good term for that, and somebody will leave it in the description. And by description, I mean in the comments. Of course, we've seen Melly's house a lot. We've been having a lot of problems. Oh, sorry, losing my voice. We've been having a lot of problems when we update snapshots for with paintings. So, and look, in the latest version, in the latest snapshot, the paintings smoke. I don't know why. I'm going to go ahead and change to fancy graphics to see if that is... Nope, happens in fancy graphics as well. So, not fancy graphics that does that. So I don't know why they do that, but they do. Yeah. Pretty interesting. Item frames do it as well. But all the item frames and all the paintings keep popping off of the walls. So she doesn't have all the paintings. It's not completely decorated the way she would like, but there you go. She's got a basement as well. I don't think we've ever been down here. I've mentioned it before. Oh, empty room, Ellie. She hasn't quite finished it, it looks like. I don't know my way around down here very well. I'm just like running around in circles. Oh, that's a cool room. I'll show you that one. Oh, a pool table. Got a little pool stick here. I'll win. I'm not very good at pool. Here's the garage. She's got her race car. Alright, such as that. Her garage door is actually operable. You can go in and out of the garage door. The whole thing didn't come down. She wanted to build it out of spruce, and there you go. We talked about changing it to gravel or to sand so we could actually make it like retract into the ground and come back up, but it just wasn't worth the redstone. She's got a nice bathtub. Nice. Toilet. Don't forget to put the seat down. It's all looking pretty good around here. I do like this with the new stained glass, like alternating glass pattern that she has. It's a consistent look that she has throughout the house, which I think is a really nice effect for the house. And she maintains it in the carpets, and you can see it here again, and I think it's a really nice touch. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There are a bunch of other builds as well. I'm just going to run past the park to one more place today because it's kind of largish, and I'm pretty sure he's shown all of this stuff. A lot of these people do record. Mally does not, since I record. But yeah, like I know Gecko does a little bit of recording. This is Gecko's place, so I won't go in and ruin anything, but he's got a massive thing, and we'll peek inside the doors. We'll just peek, a little teaser. Nice. Very cool. And we'll peek inside this door too. I hope he doesn't mind. Hope there's nothing too crazy in here. Oh, nothing too crazy. There's some chests and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is Strange Gecko's space. So you can find the links for all the people that I mentioned down in the description of every episode. I encourage you guys to go check them out. They're all pretty cool guys. We're from all over the world. Of course, I'm from the United States. You can tell from the way I speak English. But we've got people here. Kyle is from England. Let's see, we've got Mega Ants from Australia. So we've got people in Germany. We've got people from all over the world. It's a very dynamic group of people, and it's really quite fun to be able to play with all these guys. And even though I don't get to spend as much time with some of them because the time zones. But yeah, that's it. This back here, we're going to take one more look at Cobby's stuff because he has built a lot of stuff. This is his tower, and I believe you can come up here and you can see... maybe you can't see it from here. It looks like somebody's planning a bridge, which is pretty cool. You can see his ducks over there. He's got a mushroom building. He's actually moved out away from spawn. Ooh. Like Pfhorpalm and I have, he's starting his own base out away from spawn for mechanics and things. This is Mega Ant up here. Ooh, that's new. Interesting. Interesting. The whole mountain's starting to get dug out, which is going to become a bit of a problem for me since I need tunnels. Yeah, this is all dug out and connects over to here. Wonder if Mega Ant has basically just claimed all of this space. It looks to be that way. It's going to cause a problem for me and my tunnels. Because I need tunnels for the post office, so I can deliver mail. Quickly, easily, and safely. That's the eventual plans. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Mondef, and I'll see you guys next time.